I woke up that morning, the day I died, thinking, I'd like a lobster bisque. I showered. I had breakfast. Hermia has it timed so that she finishes her cereal just as I begin mine. Something proud and untouchable about the way she eats her shredded wheat. A rebuke in the rhythm of her chewing, the curve of her back as she finishes the last bite, standing, washing out the bowl. Who washes the bowl like this? Hermia. I ran to the subway in the rain. I didn't say goodbye. I didn't have an umbrella. I thought about maybe going back for an umbrella, giving Hermia an old-fashioned kiss on the cheek that would soften her face, but I remembered the curve of her implacable back, and I forged ahead in the rain, umbrellas. You know when there are so many people in the rain in the city crushed together, so many people that know one person needs an umbrella, because one umbrella covers 3 bodies. And everyone's yelling into their cell phones, and I'm thinking, where have all the phone booths gone? The phone booths are all dead. People are yammering into their cell phones, and I'm hearing fragments of lost love and hepatitis, and I'm thinking, is there no dignity? Is there no privacy? I got onto the subway. A tomb for people's eyes. I believe that the soul is not fully in the body during transit. It takes a couple of minutes to catch up. Walking, horseback, that is the speed at which the soul can stay in the body during transit. So, airports and subway stations are very similar to hell. People are vulnerable, disembodied. They're looking around for their souls while they get a shoe shine, and that's when you bomb in transit. But I didn't know that then. I was on the subway, buried in some advertisement for a dermatology office, thinking about the sale of a cornea. The way I'm talking now, this is hindsight. My mind went, dermatology, cornea, rain, umbrella, Hermia's a bitch. Lobster bisque. I wouldn't really say that I sell organs for a living. I connect people. See, a man in Iran needs money real bad, but he doesn't need his own kidney. A woman in Sydney needs a new kidney, but she doesn't need her own cash. I put these two together. You're a sick person. You want to deal with red tape? You want to be put on hold, listen to bad music on the phone for 7 years while you wait for your organs to dry out? Is that love? No. Is that compassion? No. I make people feel good about their new organs. I call it compassionate obfuscation. There are parts enough in the world to make everybody whole. It's just that the right parts are not yet in the right bodies. We need the right man to redistribute. One umbrella covers 3 bodies. Truth for its own sake. I've never understood the concept. Morality can be measured in results. How good do you make people feel? You make them feel good, then you're a good man. You help them live longer. Great. Is it my job to stop executions in China? I don't have that power. What I can do, however, is make sure that these miserable fucks who died for no good reason have a reason. I make sure their organs go to someone who needs them. There was this surgeon I knew who did organ extractions in China, a highly trained surgeon. He couldn't stand it after a while. Political prisoners, not even dead yet, made him sick. Now he's a sushi chef in New Jersey. I showed up at his counter one day, I ate his hibachi. Excellent. I don't dip my sashimi in soy sauce. Sushi is for adults. You want to really taste your sushi, taste it, don't drown it in soy sauce. That's for children. I ate my food in silence. I thanked him in Chinese. He looked surprised. People assume he's Japanese. I said to him in Mandarin, left it at that. Ate my sushi. No, you can tell with tuna whether they slice it from the belly or the tail end. He always gave me the belly. It's the good part. But that day, the day I was going to die, I didn't want to eat something that reminded me of body parts. I woke up in the morning wanting a lobster bisque. So I got off the subway and go to the place I usually go, a cafe. A familiar guy behind the counter, a giant with really huge knuckles. I say, I will have the lobster bisque. And he says, sorry, we're out. as though it were a casual, everyday thing to be out of lobster bisque on the day I was going to die, as though I could come back the following week, as though it were a friendly, careless matter. Sorry, we're out. So I say, did you have any 10 minutes ago? And the giant says, yes. I say, is anyone at this restaurant currently eating a lobster bisque? And he says, well, yes. Who? And he points to a woman in the corner, a palish woman, sort of nondescript. I say, I will purchase her bowl of soup. What? He says. So I pull out my wallet. I take out 100. And that's when I see it. She is tilting the bowl to the side to scrape out the last bite. I watch it go into her little mouth. Slow motion. Son of a bitch. I say, I'll have the lentil. I'm used to getting what I want. But today is not my day, so I have the lentil. Lentil soup is never that great, is it? It doesn't really make your mouth water, does it? Lentil soup. Something watery, something brown, and hot carrots. Like death. Serviceable, a little mushy and warm in the wrong places. Not as bad as you think it's going to be. Not as good either. Suddenly, I feel my heart compressing like a terrible bird in my chest. And I think, I'm finally punished. Someone is going to sell my heart to someone in Russia. And I think, use your cell phone. Call your wife. Tell her to give you a decent burial. Organs intact, but the wife's not supposed to know you sell organs for a living. So just call the wife and say goodbye. But the wife doesn't love you enough to have the right kind of tone of voice on your deathbed. The kind of voice you'd like to hear. Indescribably tender. A deathbed voice. No longer holding it in. The things most people hold back from each other. Whole lives. Most people would give in at the last moment. But not Hermia, no. She'll keep sealed up. That extra nugget of pride. That extra half inch of height. She'll reserve it for her tin can spine. No. I can't call her. A disappointment. So call your mistress. Or mother. But no. Mother would say, what a way to die, Gordon, in a cafe. I can't call her. Dwight. But a man doesn't call his brother on his deathbed. He wants a woman's voice. But the heart keeps heaving itself up out of my chest, into my mouth. And I'm thinking, that bitch over there ate all the lobster bisque. This is all her fault. And I look over at her, and she looks like an angel. Not like a bitch at all. And I think, good. I'm glad she had the last bite. I'm glad. And then I die.
Nam